let me be brutally honest about the time investment it actually takes you to get your abs, to get shredded, okay? Because most fitness programs will tell you, oh, 5 minutes a day, or get shredded with 2 quick workouts a week. That's pure BS and marketing, okay? It's just not realistic for a meaningful transformation, and I'm not gonna insult your intelligence by pretending otherwise. So, who am I to talk? My name is Arnie Wildner. I'm the founder here at Fit Executive Co. And we've helped more than 3,000 business owners and executives, mostly in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, to get in phenomenal shape, okay? Not only for their age, but in general. Like, they look like business athletes, and as if they were doing this for a living, but they're not, okay? They actually run businesses and take care of their families. So here's the actual time investment for the Fit Executive 90-day Metabolic Metric System. This is our signature program, okay? So let's look at training first. Usually we would ask you to do between 2 and 4 sessions per week, okay? Strength training. The sweet spot is usually 3 sessions per week. This is what I'm personally doing. I lost 50 pounds myself a couple of years ago. Long story short, you might want to watch some of the other videos to learn more about me if you're interested. But let's talk about you. Okay, so 3 sessions per week, 30 to 40 minutes per session. Can be done at a home gym, at a hotel gym, at your office gym, whatever, okay? So that's in total 1.5 to 2 hours per week, okay? So even with a full schedule, with a business life, with a family life, this should be doable, okay? So this is what our clients do. This is the time investment that we're looking at for the training itself, okay? This is our Pareto Performance Workout System. It's a high impact, minimal time investment, maximum muscle activation, and it's designed for efficiency, okay? So 20% of your inputs will determine 80% of the outputs, and most guys are just wasting their time in the gym doing something, breaking out a sweat, and they're not getting any results because they're not doing the right exercises in the right intensity, in the right order, right amount of sets, right amount of reps per set, and so on and so forth. So what you'll be doing is focused, strategic training that actually moves the needle, and you see progress from week after week after week, okay? Black on white on paper, so not necessarily in the mirror, I must say. Building muscle is like, if you do it naturally without testosterone supplements, it's like watching paint dry, okay? But you will see by running a logbook. So we run not only our business based on data, so we also run our clients' health based on data, and you will be tracking some things, among that your workout results, okay? So again, the right exercises in the right order, right amount of sets, and all custom tailored to your experience, your anatomy, your schedule, the equipment that you have available. Also, maybe your injury history. Our goal is always to heal existing injuries, work around them, doing the best we can with what we have. Okay, so we've been doing this for many years. So it's more the standard than the exception that someone has no previous injuries. Many of our clients are actually athletes or have been athletes in their 20s and 30s or in high school. And now their lifestyle has changed. So everything is optimized for your executive lifestyle and for maximum results and maximum consistency, okay? So this is when the real transformations happen, if you are running or if you're implementing a system that's custom tailored to you and your schedule, and that you can stay consistent with, okay? So 30 to 45 minutes, 3 times a week, sweet spot, okay? Now, let's look at nutrition. This is going to be built around your existing life. So no meal prep required, 80-20 flexibility there as well. So we include your business dinners, traveling, your social life. We will also work around your favorite meals. For some, it's also this glass of wine here and there, or having a beer with a buddies after the golf session, you know. So we don't act as if those things just didn't exist, right? So the total time investment we're looking at in terms of nutrition is 5 to 10 minutes per week for a little bit of planning, adjustment, but probably overall you will save time because this is part of our 5S executive nutrition design. Speed and simplicity are the first two S's, okay? Then we have social flexibility, we have the satiety aspect. I want you to lay in bed feeling satisfied at night, thinking, hey, this was doable, I can do this again tomorrow. And then the fifth S is also needs to be super tasty, okay? So this is how we work. Again, it's working around your schedule, not against it. That's a key. Now, let's look at accountability, because this is why most executives don't follow through on their fitness programs and their diets, right? They scribble together their own program based on some books or YouTube workouts. So zero customization to their lifestyle preferences and also specific needs and personal bottlenecks. And then number two is there's no one there guiding them. They are left alone. You wouldn't give your team a goal and then leave them alone on the project. It's not how you run a team, right? It's not how you run a successful business. You wouldn't expect them to do their best without managing them, right? So, I mean, you would be setting goals and milestones and troubleshooting and even course correcting when they are stuck at some point, right? So here's the time invest for talking to a world-class mentor who's basically sitting on your shoulder, watching every move that you make, keeping you on track, guiding you, and holding you accountable. So we'll be setting goals together. We'll be then reviewing your weeks together, what went well, what didn't, and so on and so forth. So for those weekly updates and coaching calls, we're looking at around 10 to 15 minutes per week for the progress updates. That means tracking, reviewing, and planning. Okay. Then 30 minutes like strategy calls every 1 to 2 weeks. So this is for accountability and troubleshooting. So in total, time investment of 15 to 45 minutes per week for tracking and accountability. And that's all it takes. So the total weekly time investment is 2 to 3 hours max, okay? And that's less time than most executives spend scrolling social media, watching Netflix, sitting in unproductive meetings. And here's what that looks like in real life. So week 1 to 2 is the onboarding and the setup process. So slightly higher time investment as we dial in your plan, okay? Then week 3 to week 8 is the momentum phase. So you're in your rhythm, it feels automatic. Week 9 to 12 is optimization phase. That means fine-tuning for maximum results. And then after 90 days, your time investment actually decreases because the habits are locked in, okay? So real example, Stan, he's a business owner. He travels 2 to 3 weeks per month, okay? So it's actually quite a lot on the road. And then he has constant business dinners, okay? So zero time for traditional fitness. And his schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings. He does 35-minute workouts before his first meeting. Sunday evenings, 50-minute check-in with his coach, okay? And then the bi-weekly Tuesday afternoon are blocked for 30-minute strategy calls where, again, it's about optimization and fine-tuning, getting the mindset in place, and just it's adding another layer of accountability. So those meetings are actually scheduled like any other business meeting, okay? So again, total 3 hours per week in Stan's situation. The results: he lost 16.2 pounds of fat in the 90 days, gained 16.8 pounds of lean muscle mass, and this is all proven with the DEXA scan. So, and this while traveling to 8 different cities, okay? So his words were, I spend more time in useless meetings than I do on this, and this actually changed my life, okay? Now, here's what those 2 to 3 hours per week actually buy you. Let's talk about the ROI, okay? The return on investment of being fit. So business performance, 2 to 3 additional productive hours per day, okay? Sharper focus, no afternoon crashes. Then, better decision making under pressure, okay? Optimized brain function, more commanding presence in meetings and negotiations, so more deals closed, more money in the bank, and you have to pay salaries, you have to pay taxes, you have to do a bunch of stuff, and you also want to live, right? So, then, reduce sick days and health-related absences, ability to work longer when needed without burning out. Then we are looking at the financial impact. So if you just bill $500 an hour and you gain only 2 extra productive hours per day, okay, that is $260,000 additional value per year. Okay, most of our clients bill more than $500 per hour, but that's for another day. So even if you're salaried, you still have a sharper performance. That means faster promotions, bigger deals, better leadership. So lots of good stuff coming your way if you're fit. Okay, then let's look at energy and performance. So you wake up naturally energized, so no caffeine dependency, although I love my black coffee in the morning. Okay, but still sustained focus through 12-hour workdays, better stress resilience and emotional regulation. So you're in a better mood when your family is around and you don't come home drained. Faster recovery from travel and time zone changes. Enhanced libido, okay, vitality as well. So more sex, better sex. Who doesn't want that? Longevity and health, reduced risk of heart disease, diabetes, stroke, the usual suspects when it comes to having too much belly fat. Okay, then optimize blood markers when we're looking at cholesterol levels, triglycerides, blood pressure. Your doctor will be very happy. A stronger immune system, better sleep quality, and also recovery. You're basically adding 10 to 15 years of quality life, and yeah, that's the return on investment there. Relationships, you're more present and patient with your spouse and your kids. You lead by example, so your children watch everything you do and they actually look up to you and imitate you. So that means you leave a legacy of health and wellness, okay? Then you're gonna have more confidence that is then having a positive impact on your marriage. Energy left over for family time after work. In terms of self-respect, you look in the mirror with pride again. You wear clothes that fit properly. I'm not a best example here today. You walk into rooms with this quiet confidence, this edge, where people are like turning heads and they're like, what is he doing, right? And then you eliminate the mental tax of knowing you're not taking care of yourself. So let's talk about the cost of doing nothing then on the other hand, okay? So those were the ROIs. Now the cost of doing nothing is, in business, brain fog, right? It costs you it costs you critical insights and opportunities, and this fatigue leads to poor decisions, probably worth millions over the next years and decades. Then low energy, missed networking, travel strain, reduced stamina. You're operating at 60% capacity while competitors are running at 100%. Then the financial impact, medical costs from preventable conditions. So that's easily 50K to 500K over a lifetime. Lost income from health-related absences and reduced performance, premature retirement, forced career changes due to health crisis, right? So we're looking at a long list of cost. Health decline. Every year of inaction compounds the metabolic dysfunction. Increased risk of heart attacks, then strokes and diabetes. Chronic inflammation that accelerates the aging process. You look a lot older and you feel a lot older than you actually are. Testosterone, hormone levels, like in general, they continue dropping over the years. Muscle loss and fat gain accelerate after 40. Then in terms of your relationships, your kids inherit your habits, right? So when they see an obese father, they will also have a much higher tendency to become obese themselves, with poor health, the lack of discipline, everything that goes hand in hand. The spouse loses attraction and also her respect over time. You model that success means sacrificing your body, okay? Do you want your kids to believe that, or do you want them to have it all? Do you want to have it all, right? Missing out on active years with your grandchildren. Then the daily shame every time you look in the mirror. You think like, this is not me. This is like I'm embarrassed when I look at myself in the mirror, especially when I take my shirt off. The constant mental tax of knowing you're not taking care of yourself, declining confidence that bleeds into every other area of your life, regretting that you didn't start earlier, right? And those regrets, they build up every passing years. Then the time lost. Most executives tell themselves, oh, I start when I slow down or when things slow down. Guess what? They never do. Okay, so meanwhile, year 1 passes, 5 to 10 pounds, lower energy maybe, worse labs, okay, so then year 3 passes, another 15 to 25 pounds compared to where you're at now. You might be pre-diabetic by then, you have to take blood pressure meds. And then year 5, major health scares. They force to change you anyways at that point, right? But now recovery is 10 times harder. Okay, so the truth is you're going to spend time on your health eventually anyways. Okay, so either you invest 2 to 3 hours per week now to build a body that serves you for the next decades of your life, or you spend 20 hours per week later managing disease, and you be at doctor's appointments, medications, declining quality of life. And the question isn't whether you have the time. The question is getting your body, energy, and confidence back worth those 2 to 3 hours of time investment for training, for like planning your nutrition ahead of time instead of winging it, and then also having an accountability partner that keeps you on track, that keeps optimizing and tweaks all the little details about your plan, so you don't have to do the thinking and the planning and the optimization yourself. You're already making 100,000 decisions each day, so you can delegate that area of your life to experts who are better than you in that area, who've been doing this for years, who have no other job but to get their clients the best results possible, right? So most executives, they waste more time than that on things that don't move the needle, okay? So this moves the needle, okay? One more thing, that's the last one, okay? So executives who succeed aren't the ones with the most free time, okay? I've been seeing this so many times with so many clients. The ones who succeed are the ones who treat their health like a strategic priority and not an afterthought. Okay, so they schedule it like a board meeting. They protect it like a major deal. They execute it like a business objective. Okay, and that's the mindset shift that makes this work. We map out exactly how this fits into your specific schedule on your game plan call. So if you haven't booked it yet, then click on the link below the video, fill out the application and select a time. Because think about it, you wouldn't tolerate an executive who underperforms for years while promising to get better later. You don't tolerate that from yourself, okay? Not any longer. The ROI on your health is the highest investment you will ever make. And I leave you with that, okay? So think about the return on investment if you get into shape. Think about the cost of doing nothing to at some point being forced to act, forced by your doctor, forced by circumstances that could have been prevented from happening. So that's it. Again, if you have any questions, please hit us up at, go to fitexecutive.co and you have our phone number, you have our email address there. So if you have any questions around anything, just go there. Or just book a call and talk to an expert and map out a step-by-step game plan for you that's customized around your schedule, your preferences, and your goals. And that's it. Okay, I see you in the next one. Bye.